All right, we have IAE 2955. We're still partway into it, but I think we've seen enough of the pattern to kind of see what CIG is doing with this. Enough that we can at least start planning forward for starter pack purchases for anybody who decides that they want to back the game. And they have been doing some things different this year, which I'll go into. Either way, you don't want to necessarily buy into any of the packs until after the 30th of November, until December 3rd, when the finale is going on, just because that gives you the maximum amount of time to sort of see what offers come available. All right, so if we look at the Pledge Store and the game packages in order to get into the game, or the cheapest one that you can get at is the Mustang package in the Citizen Starter Pack. The Mustang's worth $30 on its own, and then another $15 for access to the game. Now, usually when IAE comes around, all these packages end up with 10-year insurance for the Expo. They're not doing that this year. They only did it with the Hauler pack, which is based around the Crusader Intrepid, which is being used as the loaner. And that's the only one that's getting it. So unless that changes, at this point, there's no insurance bonuses or sale prices to be had with the more classic sale packs. So in order to get in the game with the minimum buy-in, you still have the option of the Mustang Alpha in the Citizen Starter Pack. But it only comes with 6 months of insurance. It does have the Star Citizen digital download, of course, because it is a game pack. This insurance thing is something that new players might be a little confused about. Anything that you buy in the store will end up with a warranty, so that if you lose your ship, it's destroyed, left behind, eaten by a hanger, whatever, you will always get the ship back even after the game launches. Now, there's varying levels of insurance planned for whether or not you get the ship back, or the ship plus any upgraded components, or your ship plus components and decorations. And the whole idea of that is a money sink, so that there is somewhere for the various monies that citizens earn to go, so that the economy doesn't inflate itself. That is the long-term plan. So when purchasing ships, the usual impetus is to try and get as long of an insurance term as possible. So that's where the Crusader package has the advantage, and what we'd usually see with the Expo is these 10-year package or insurance packages for ships that haven't, or that have been on sale before. So 120-year or month insurance, so you don't have to worry about it too much. And this package is currently on sale for 15% off, so $68 instead of $80. The Intrepid is notionally a $65 ship, and that becomes relevant in terms of being able to upgrade it later. And it comes with, right now, a particular paint with it, and some extra gear, which you can decide about. Now, when ships are first released, as is the case with the Salvation, and you buy them with War Bond, that is fresh money into the store, which if it's your first purchase, that's usually going to be the case. Then not only is there a price break, but you end up with lifetime insurance on the ship. So in terms of being able to get into the verse on a sale price, where this is a little less than the Intrepid, but it still has lifetime insurance because it is a brand new sale ship, this is a really good deal in terms of being able to get into the verse and your ship having an LTI token, or an LTI or lifetime insurance attached to it. Now, the reason that this is really beneficial is that you can do what's called a ship upgrade or cross chassis upgrade or CCU into a more expensive ship. So while everything up to this privateer pack are available, for starters, they all have the same problem as this Mustang of only 3 or 6 month insurance policies with them. But if you've been trying out any of these ships through the expo, you might decide that, instead of doing salvaging, that you might want to do the Nomad. That's $95. But do you want to sacrifice not having any insurance? And the answer is you don't actually need to. Same thing with the hauler. If you wanted the Intrepid, but 10 years wasn't enough for you, then you can get the salvager pack with the LTI and upgrade into the Intrepid. And the way you do that is you go up to other and find ship upgrades, and it will bring up a page, subpage coming up here. And so there's the ship that you want to go from on this side and a ship that you want to go to on the other side. So if we put in the salvager, so we could get the game package with the salvation, it's worth $60, and we're paying only a half price for Star Citizen Access, which is usually $15. And you can see the options of other ships that are available for sale. It's only when they're available for sale, which is another reason why IAE and the final days is a good time to do it, because all the ships will be available during the finale, not just Origin, and I think all the Drake ones have gone away for the day. So yeah. So the Intrepid at $65, you would only pay $5. So if you put that into your cart, along with the Salvation starter pack, you'd be paying $68.75, so more, or 75 cents more than the Intrepid starter pack, but you would have lifetime insurance, because once you buy this, there's a way to apply upgrades where you find this in your hangar and you say, I want to apply it to the salvager or salvation ship that I already have. And that LTI insurance policy will upgrade into your Intrepid. And you can chain these together over time. So at some point, if you decide that you're not quite happy enough with even the Intrepid, and you wanted to go up to, say, the advanced hauler, which is the Nomad, again, over to the upgrades. You can either do this directly from the Salvation into the Nomad, if you hadn't done any upgrades before, right? You do that $20, or we had said that we already went to the Intrepid. So this allows you to put money in incrementally over time. So if you only had $5 now and went to the Intrepid and applied that, and later on you decided, yeah, I love this game, I'm going to put in the extra 15 to get up into a Nomad, then you can do so later. And again, when you got to that Nomad, you would still have the LTI policy from your original base ship in the cart, right? So yeah, there's the very basics of the game packages. We're not seeing amplified insurance or IAE 10-year insurance policies on any of these other the usual game packages like we have in previous years. So that leaves you with the hauler starter pack for the Intrepid with a 10-year insurance to it, or the savings that you get on the Salvation in the Salvager starter pack. But this one is Warbond, comes with LTI attached to it. So for if you wanted the hauler starter pack, but in the extra $5, you get the Salvation to start with the LTI on it, and then the $5 upgrade to the Intrepid. Or instead of the Intrepid, you can pick the same ship of any of these starter packs, or really any ship in the verse. Any ship that's available during IAE, you can get a CCU into it, especially if you're playing around with this at the finale, once you've had a chance to try all the ships, and that they're all available for sale during the finale. All right, and don't forget that the finale starts on November 30th, and the deals at IAE will carry on until December 3rd. All right, I think that just about covers it for IAE's starter packages, and unless there's something that changes before or during the finale, those will be the recommendations. You'll do well to get the RSI salvage or salvation package on Warbond to take advantage of the LTI token for your very favorite or first ship. It's definitely lined up to contend with the Aurora and other ships, and even surpasses the Golem in terms of its capabilities, which would be the other price point equivalent package. And you can take advantage of the CCU upgrade system, and especially upcoming Warbonds, if you decide during your testing that you like one of the other ships better, because that LTI insurance will follow into your upgraded ship. On the other hand, if you don't have enough cash in hand, the Mustang is a perfectly functional ship for a starter pack. It is the minimum buy-in price available at $45. And that really is all the money that you ever need to spend on the game. And that'll be it for today's shenanigans at the IAE show floor. Don't forget to check out the channel on Twitch. We'll have drops enabled for the duration of the event. This shuts down at 2000 hours UTC on December 3rd. The Twitch drops campaign, 4 hours of watching a qualifying channel, and you get a suit of armor credited to your account. For that, you need to link your RSI account to your Twitch account. And so if you're going to do that, you might as well take advantage of the free fly if you aren't already. As long as you have an account until December 3rd, you can get in and rent any of the flyable ships in the verse to find out what you like and don't like before you decide whether or not to put money down, both in terms of the game as well as the ships. If you are going to make an account, make sure to get or use a referral code. Mine's available at purpletarget.tv/SC50K. That gives you the link will pre-fill my code into the account creation page at RSI, and that'll get you 50,000 in-game credits when eventually you start the game. And if you do decide to buy a game package before December 3rd, you can get the Star Kitten racing gear pack. It's a jumpsuit, helmet, and gun in a Star Kitten livery. And if you turn around or somebody else uses your referral code, then you get the limited edition Star Kitten Dragonfly. This has been unavailable for many years. It's very, very limited edition, so in high demand by folks who like to collect things. Hopefully you found this information useful. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and do all the things to help the channel out. And we'll talk to you again next time. Cheers.